Hello folks, my name is Eddie, and today we are going to be exploring the world of oil drilling. Join me in this adventure. When I initially wanted to look into oil drills, I was curious as to why they cause so many environmental issues. I mean, as far as I was aware, the only environmental issues oil drilling posed was water contamination and fracking. You see, my goal in this video is to explore some of these issues and understand why they're so important to the daily lives of Californians. First, the environmental impacts. Oil drilling and fracking have caused multitudes of environmental damages to the ocean and underground water aquifers. The damages oil drilling has done to the California coast is why California has enforced more strict legislation to prevent coastal drilling. However, since the Trump administration, drilling companies were given more permits to continue operations along the coast, ending the 50-year peace along the coast. What's more scary is how close these oil rigs are to the coastline at Seal Beach, which according to Google Maps is only about a mile away from shore. Even the smallest leak will have a profound effect on Seal Beach. The beaches will be closed, property value of houses and land will go down, and fisheries will be in big danger when marine life is coated with scum. Economically, refining oil along the coast might seem like a benefit, but the reality is that the risks far outweigh the benefits. Second are the health and economic issues. Oil drilling in California doesn't only pose threats to coastal life, but also to people and wildlife inland. During my research, I saw an article that talked about an oil drill that was right outside somebody's house. I didn't realize how bad it was until I actually drove to Signal Hill, a small industrial community only a few miles away from Long Beach. Along the drive, I saw many indications of a booming industry: electric plants, 18-wheelers, and many large warehouses. This all seems normal in daily California traffic, but what I did not expect was the extent to which oil companies have taken over the lands in the community of Signal Hill. In every corner I drove, I saw an oil drill. In fact, this community seemed so intertwined with the oil industry that I saw a local park that was designed with drilling parts. Crazy. It seemed like this community tried to make oil drilling a lighthearted subject, and understandably. I mean, if I had to stare at that ugly thing every morning, I think I would want to make the best of it as well. Unfortunately, there are much more deeper problems that result because of these oil drills. Firstly, these drills are loud. Just listen to this clip. Standing near this drill, I literally can't breathe because of the smell of oil is so strong. This poses a great issue to the health and well-being of people who live here. Oil drilling often releases toxic materials such as gasoline, petroleum, benzene, and toluene. All of these chemicals cause respiratory and cardiac problems when in constant exposure, and chemicals like toluene, which is colorless, can leak into the water system and contaminate drinking water. Besides health risks, these oil drills take up so much potential real estate land. You have to remember, it isn't just the drills that take up space, but also the pipelines that carry the oil, which is why so much land is required. In this Google Maps photo, you can see that almost half of this community in Signal Hill is taken up by oil land. The reason why Signal Hill is able to get away with this and still maintain a high population is because it is the nearest housing city within Long Beach area, where many people work. The issue of removing these oil drills is also a topic that requires a lot of attention. Removing oil drills releases toxic chemicals, which if not contained properly, can contaminate a radius hundreds of feet long. Take Beverly Hills High. For almost a century, an oil derrick has existed on the very land that the school was built on. It wasn't until 2015 in which the company that ran the drill went out of business, which forced the school to take actions to remove it. It has since been 4 years and the drill is still standing because the city wanted to slowly release the toxic gases before it disassembled. Even after moving the drill, the deep hole needs to be filled with concrete. Assuming no leakage or property damage occurs, this process of removing drills costs hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxpayer money, which many citizens aren't happy about. Even though oil drilling in California provides a lot of jobs and revenue for cities, it is undeniable that they also bring several pressing health and environmental issues. I believe that a big issue with the lack of care for oil drilling is also a lack of education. Not many people realize the full extent of health issues that come with intaking drilling chemicals. Had residents been told that inhaling toluene can result in death, I am almost certain that most of them would refuse to live there. In my opinion, having oil drills so close to humans is a violation, and I hope that the future brings a more safe environment. As new generations are built and old ones are remembered, we need to find ways to protect the environment and citizens by moving to a more efficient energy production through renewable and replenishable resources. Well, I hope you enjoyed this adventure today. I think we learned a lot of things. For one, I think we learned that oil has its benefits, but it also has its long-term downsides. We don't want these health issues happening to our people. I mean, it's already bad enough that we have one in a school right now, a drill. I mean, seems a little strange, doesn't it? Luckily, even though the Trump administration is giving more leniency to these oil companies, California legislators are still fighting to battle this political war. Anyways, I wish the best for the future generations because ultimately we want a healthy and a benefiting environment. Thank you again for joining me on this adventure.